Hi, I am Braden reporting for Kids First. Today, I'm speaking to Kevin Downs, actor, producer, and co-founder of Kingdom Story Company to discuss the upcoming film White Bird. Mr. Downs is known for his performances in Courageous and Unsung Hero and for producing the films American Underdog, The Jesus Music, and more. His new film, White Bird, explores themes of kindness and empathy in a World War II setting and releases in theaters on October 4th, 2024. Thank you for joining me today, Mr. Downs.
Good to be here. How are you?
Good. So, today we are going to go through some questions. And our first question is, what drew you into wanting to adapt the graphic novel by R.J. Placchio into a film?
Yeah, so Whitebird is a movie that is the same universe as the movie and book that is titled Wonder, which came out about 7 or 8 years ago. Was very popular, of course. Was a movie that we loved, and I think the themes of that film, which also carry over into its follow-up. I don't know if it's necessarily a sequel. It kind of starts out that way. And its themes of kindness were something that were very near and dear to our hearts. And so the script itself and the team and the package that Lionsgate put together was just really, really great. And so we just wanted to be a part of it. We were asked to be a part of it, and it was an easy answer and an easy yes, because we believe in the film. We believe in the thematics of the movie. If our world was if everybody practiced just a little bit more kindness, our world would be a much better place. No matter how old you are, those themes certainly apply to you. So whether you're in a youngin and you're 6, 7, 8, or you're in middle school or high school or middle age or whatever, it doesn't matter. I think we could all use a little more kindness in our lives. In fact, I use the the term. I've used it quite a bit recently. We all could use a little more Whitebird in our lives, and that is absolutely true. The film itself is extraordinary. The performances by the young cast are really out of this world. I think they do so good. They do so good in the cast. I was so drawn into their performances. They're magnetic, they're electric, and you just really want to root for these two to win at the end of the day. And the decisions they make to put themselves aside and put other people as more important than themselves, I think was so critical. And you just, the way that the story is told is in a way that just draws you in, and you don't want to let go, and it makes you think about the movie for many days after you watch it.
I definitely agree. I like how it's an extension of the story of Wonder. It gives an extra depth, not just of the World War II, but also tying it into that present era. What part of this story do you think you personally resonate with the most?
Yeah, it's definitely the themes of kindness. I mean, it was by far something that impacted me. And I'll give you an example. It's like whenever we might have a confrontation with somebody, whether it be a friend, maybe it's a coworker, or somebody we go to school with, or a family member, to be able to do what's not expected in that moment, where you really just want to be upset and angry with somebody, but then all of a sudden just have a sincere outpouring of kindness to that individual, I thought was very thought provoking. And what could come out of that was very thought provoking to me. And that movie taught me that lesson. Just watching it and experiencing it makes me want to see the movie again.
As it did for me. We could all use a little more Whitebird in our lives.
That's right.
Since White Bird takes place during the time of World War II, what challenges did you face to ensure accuracy in terms of sets, locations, costumes, and things like that?
Yeah, look, the production team was excellent. The film was shot over in Europe. They did a really good job. The director, Mark Forster, he gets a lot of the credit because he had a vision for this film that he put together that was really extraordinary. The budget of the film is high, but not that high. It's definitely not as high as what it looks like when you watch the movie. And so he captured it in such a way where you're just sucked into this world, and there's nothing really that pulls you out of it because you just think you're there. And so I give credit to Mark. It's obviously Mark's done a lot of great films in his career, and Finding Neverland, probably my favorite of all the ones that he's done, and Whitebird is definitely in my top 10 movies of all time of films that I've watched. And so that's to have my name on it is really something special.
Yeah, I liked how in Whitebird it kind of like enveloped all aspects, not
Right.
just the straightforward, but then it also had the kind of side adventures, if you will, that gave a kind
Yeah.
of like a rounded whole experience for the viewer to
Yeah,
enjoy.
that's what I loved about it. I mean, you can oftentimes find yourself maybe a little bit bored in a movie such as this. It's a heavy drama set in the war. I was never bored watching it. I mean, I think there's something for everybody in it that, especially the relationship dynamics and just some of the decisions and the obstacles and the surprises. There's some surprise twists throughout it, which always is entertaining as a moviegoer. So, uh, anyway, yeah, can't wait for people to see it. I'm always anxious about what their reaction is to it when the movie opens, and I think this one will be a crowd pleaser.
I would surely hope so. What were some of the biggest challenges that you and your team faced during the production of this movie?
Well, one of the big challenges was that this movie has taken a number of years to get to the big screen. A lot of that was due to COVID, just really changing audience habits. But credit our partners at Lionsgate for really believing in the film and sticking with it. And so it's not normal for a film to take several years like this one did to be able to get out there. But the reviews that have been coming out this week have been extraordinary because critics are just raving about it, and I see a lot of it's well worth the wait, and it is. It's well worth the wait.
I definitely think so. Kingdom Story Company's mission is to make films that ignite a rush of hope, a very admirable goal. In what ways do you see films like White Bird differing from other movies being made and released today?
Yeah, I think Whitebird does just that. I mean, it ignites a rush of hope in people where when you leave the theater, you want to go out and do something different than you were doing before. And that's like being hopeful that, hey, a relationship that was maybe on the rocks could maybe be repaired by something I say. Our words matter. Our words matter a lot in this day and age. And so I love that. We love that about the films that we make, that our films can inspire people to make just a slight tweak in what they're doing and inspire that rush of hope to make themselves a better individual.
Yeah, I really like how your company is doing that. What do you hope audiences will take away from watching this film?
I hope audiences will take away that, first of all, that they're entertained, because we do care very much that people are entertained. But they'll take away that, you know what, this was a good movie that was worth my money and was worth my ticket. But then I want to do something different. I can do something that is very similar to what these two young people did in this movie, that I have a relationship that's very similar to what they're going through. Maybe it's not in a war per se, but that they're going to come out of it in a better person. We hope that it inspires conversation that will then encourage people to want to put acts of kindness into play in their own life.
We definitely need that in today's world. Are there any memorable moments that you can share with us that happened either on camera or off during production?
What struck me the most, we had the premiere last week in New York, and the cast was so wonderful. I mean, they all so believe in this film so much. And so that when you see cast members that come together and unite, and they're kind of exhibiting off screen what you see on screen, you go, okay, this was worth it, because these guys fully believe in the story that we told.
Yeah, I like how they were able to do that. All right. Thank you for talking with me, Kevin Downs. Look
Thank
for
you.
Whitebird when it releases in theaters on October 4th, 2024.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
See ya. I am Braedyn reporting for Kids First. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel to stay informed about upcoming films. Thank you, and bye for now.